Morning everyone, welcome back to another absolutely beautiful day on the Finca. We're in southern Spain. It's the 21st of October and it's forecast to be 30 degrees C, which is 86 Fahrenheit today, which is lovely. It's still chilly overnight, down to 9-10 degrees C, so a big contrast in the day. But you can see by the sky, there's a little whisper cloud over the mountain there. Beautiful. I'm on my own this week. Sharon's back in the UK visiting her parents. So the dogs are fed and walked, all the other animals are fed. I've got the usual things to do, but today I'm going to try and crack on a bit with that room. Those who've been watching I know I'm short of wood again, so I need to go and get some. But I've got a bit I can get in on with, and I need to chop some firewood because we're getting low on the smaller stuff from our big pile of almonds, and whatever else happens during the day. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack on. The first thing I need to do this morning is clear the bench. I've got a friend coming over who wants to borrow, he's a welder fabricator, lives in the village, and wants to borrow me bending my sheet metal bender to make something. I've no idea what yet, no doubt I'll find out in a bit. But he obviously needs some space because that mounts onto here, and so I'm going to tidy this lot up for him, and so he's got some room to work. There we go, as if by magic, it's all clear, good working area. The bending brake is clamped to the table, and yeah, I actually need to get Henry in here and hoover all this because I've been ripping things down with the jigsaw and not doing it outside. I've made a right mess on the floor, but I can do that later. In the meantime, we'll carry on. So it's on with the daily chores. As you can see, we've still got lots of big logs, but we're getting low on the thinner almondy stuff. Every 2 or 3 days we need to chop a bit up and keep the fire going, keep us warm in the evenings and overnight. I'm on my own this week, as I said before, so I've got to do all these chores myself before I can do any work. So first thing I'm going to do is get some of this almond chopped up. Rightio, so I'm outside again, and I'm just going to chop these bits up ready for the fire. They're only thin bits, just use it to get it going. And then when it's going with these, we put the big logs on. So the first bucket's in, get the pile topped up. So we're alright for big ones, we've got lots of big ones, it's just these smaller size ones. We used to get the very thin ones to light it, and then these to get it going well, so we can then burn the big ones. That makes sense. The joys of living off grid though. You can't beat a beautiful wood fire though. Right, go and get the rest of it. Wood's chopped up. Got a big bucket in here. That'll last 2 or 3 days probably. I've cleaned out the fire, he's ready to go. I just need to bring up some kindling and bring up a couple of bigger logs, and that's us ready for me actually, because I'm on my own at the moment. I'm ready for lighting the fire after, keep me nice and warm. So what's next? I need to water all the plants and do some other various plant jobs. Remember the peas we planted a few weeks ago? They're getting quite tall now, I'll show you in a bit, but they need staking up to encourage them to grow up the trellis. But while I've got the extension lead out and my saws outside, I'm going to try and get a bit more of this framing done. Right, so I've got the other top piece in here. I've got a post in the middle there that's going to be at the end of me and my pipes going through the wall. I'm just going to get this corner one in now. I've still got a little bit of wood left. Yeah, and then I want to try and join these two together and perhaps put one in there. Hopefully I've got enough to do that. The corner one's in. I'll just cut this one for here. I'm going to glue it and screw it across that joint there, and then that'll be them two tied together. Then I can get another support in here, and we'll pretty much be freestanding. Then we won't need the props. So let's see if I can get this one in. Fabulous, right, it's in. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 uprights, the top in, happy days. They want another one in between each one, maybe a couple in that side over here, a couple of uprights, then some noggins, some horizontals, but primarily the most difficult bit's done now, getting the initial outline up. Yeah, I've run out of wood, I can't do any more, so I'll have to go and get some. May go tomorrow. What time is it now? We'll see about that. But anyway, in the meantime, I've got all my other chores to crack on with. Next job, watering all this lot, basically. The potatoes are doing fantastic. I'll show you those. We only planted them a little while ago. These are the Maris bards, the first earlies. You've got tiny little flowers on them already. They're off potatoes. The red's down there, and the King Eddies over here, over this side. All doing really well. It's our second crop this year of potatoes. Yes, we've done very well on our veg this year. As I said before, we've had 2 crops of potatoes. We haven't bought a potato all year. I haven't bought any potatoes all year. The tomatoes, I've just picked those today. They're still producing. Lots of green ones on them. Get off fly. And still got flowers on them as well. Peppers, we haven't bought a pepper for all year. They just keep chucking them out, and they're still chucking them out now. Big green ones we've got as well. Remember our peas that we planted? We've never had much joy with peas, but they've actually growing really well. So I'm going to stake them up because they're alderman peas, and they're supposed to grow about 5-6 feet high. So like we did with the cucumbers, we're going to try and grow them up this trellis. So I'm just going to put some canes in to lead each one in that direction, exactly as we did with the cucumbers, and they work really well. So I'll put my tomatoes away and get that done. Super, right, they're all the peas are staked, so hopefully they'll grow up those now. Might have to train them a little bit. But yes, hopefully we'll have good joy with them this year. We're actually getting a bit overrun with carrots as well at the moment. Remember these we sowed a couple of months back now? If you can see there, you can see the tips of the carrots. We can get that in there. We go one there, another one here. You can make them out. There he is. Plus tons in the garden. We just can't get through these fast enough, but I'm sure we will in the winter. Everything else, onions are coming along as always. We've always got onions as well. Wonderful stuff. Can't beat the taste of your own veg. We've got the brassicas down there, cauliflower, broccoli and Brussels. They'll be going out soon. And the onions we did, these are about 5 weeks old now. We've got 30 of those come up. Another week or so and we'll sow another 30 or so, so we just keep picking them all year. Fantastic. So it's 5:30. All the cats are assembling. Deli Tickle. We've got Deli Tickle here. Cats is over there. Tabby cat's here, Beryl and Whiskerer inside, and Dossie's standing under the camera. You can set your watch by them. 5:30. Here they are. Now Sharon normally feeds these, and then we get the dog food ready, take the dogs for a walk, and then come back and feed the dogs. And that's when I usually do the watering. But because I'm here on my own, I've got to look after all these monkeys as well, haven't I? Oh, here's Beryl now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 inside 6, and Jessie's in the courtyard 7. So we'll get them fed. There we go. These lots spoiled or what? I'm not sure they should even be on the worktops. Catsy's down there. All happy though now. They've stopped whinging and they're all eating. Right, I need to feed the dogs now. I'll get the dogs food ready and then we'll take them for a walk. Look at that sky as well. They said we're going to have thunderstorms and heavy rain tomorrow, which is fantastic for collecting water. I've watered all the plants anyway, because they never tend to get it right. But it does look we might get something. It's supposed to start later on this evening. Yeah, I'll get the dogs' food sorted out and take them quickly before it does anything, because we got caught out the other week, if you remember. Right, so sort the dogs out. Right, so back from the walk. The dogs have just had the dinner. They're all happy. They'll roll about now for half an hour, toy fighting, and then probably crash out. You can see the sky up there, still a little bit grey, not the blue that we're used to. It definitely feels like it might rain, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for that. Hope we can catch some, then we don't have to buy any as quickly. That would be absolutely fantastic, especially a torrents will be lovely. So yeah, that's another day done. There aren't enough hours in the day at this place. So yeah, we hope you've enjoyed it. A look at what goes on in the day, perhaps on a normal day, trying to get some work squeezed in as well. Not easy when I'm on my own, because it shows Sharon does a lot of that other stuff, you see, which is fantastic. We're a good team. So yeah, that's it for today. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Little red button down there, and if you tick the bell, select all, you'll get notified by YouTube every time we upload a video. Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully.